My friend sent me a video with what Sam Carlegian posted. No, Sam Carlegian, he's in Canada and he posts a lot of drag races, road races, that kind of stuff, a lot of car content, and I like watching his content because he posts stuff that I don't get to see anywhere else, especially you know, some of the drag races and so on. He lines up cars that I might not see other car channels line up, so I like watching his content. Now, his recent video, he posted 3 cars, a BMW, a Mercedes, and a Genesis, and he's testing their all-wheel drive systems in snow. Now, nothing's wrong with that. I don't even care which car wins, because even if there was a stinger in the race, I wouldn't even care if it won or lost, as long as the variables or the conditions are controlled. Now, he has all these 3 cars running on different tires, and although they are winter tires, no tires are made equal. And it's so funny that people in the comments are telling him that you can't run this test and expect the results to be valid if you're not using all the same tires. Now, a better title for the video would have been which car is best from factory in the snow, or something like that, you know, because the Mercedes won, and I don't even care if it won, like if they use all the same tires and then it won again, that would be a valid result. But to say that the tires, he even said in the comments like tires only make 30 to 40% of a difference. I don't know where he pulled those numbers from, but even then, 30 to 40%, do you know how big a difference 30 to 40% traction is? That's insane, right? Now, I'm an engineer, so coming from an engineer's perspective, you just have to have controlled variables. And the next thing is driver input. Now, if everybody is driving in snow, one person mashes the throttle, the next one has a controlled launch, then the results are also going to vary. And I don't know if he even like put that into consideration. So here's the thing, nothing is wrong with being wrong. People are wrong all the time, but it's owning up to your mistake that's where people respect you. And he is in the comments just defending the nonsense that he posted. Now, this isn't a video to be a defamation of character or anything like that. This is just being objective about his experiment. In my opinion, it's more of an entertaining video than an actual experiment. If you want to see actual tire reviews and scientific testing, then you watch this guy's channel called Tire Reviews, where he actually uses the same tires to differentiate between different drive systems. Now, another thing is one of the cars has a hybrid system, and people are saying like, if you're going to compare cars, you can't be using cars with different drive systems. If they're all petrol, it's all petrol. If they're all hybrid, it's all hybrid. And then another thing is I keep saying another thing, but another thing is the Genesis has a snow mode, right? And he didn't even use the snow mode and saying, oh well, all of them were in their normal mode, so it was a fair comparison. No, that doesn't make any sense, because if a car has a system for a condition and you're not using it, you can't blame the car for performing worse than it should in that condition. It's like me saying, oh, I turned traction control off and I put it in sport mode, and the road is slushy and I'm wondering why I'm in a ditch, right? It just doesn't make any sense. If I want to be objective about the car, I have to put it in the right mode, which for this might be eco mode, where it's a 50-50 split, or even comfort, where it's a 60-40 split, and leave traction control on, so I don't end up in a ditch and I get where I need to go, you know, because the car system is preventing me from running off the road. No, I don't really know. There was also another comment from a guy who is alleged tire design engineer, and he was telling Sam that, look, I am the guy that designs tires for a living, so I can tell you that this test was not fair. And he was there arguing with the guy and saying, oh well, you know, like, where's your proof? And the guy's like, I don't need to prove anything to you. You know, I'm the person that car manufacturers come to when they want to put tires on. And another thing he was saying is that the tires that come on the car, these are the tires that come on the car. And here's the truth: just because a tire comes on the car doesn't mean it's actually the best tire for the car. Car manufacturers will get a car with a tire, and I think Tire Reviews actually did a video on this, and put it on a vehicle, but it's not the best tire for that vehicle. And he's saying, oh, he doesn't have millions. Then why are you running a test but claiming this all-wheel drive system is better than the other? No, like I said, it doesn't matter to me which one won. A Stinger could have been in that race with the all-wheel drive system, and even if the Stinger won, if it's not on the same set of tires that all the other cars are doing, the results don't matter. Alright? And the driver inputs have to be similar. Like everything has to be on the same playing field. Because I even did some research into the three tires, and the Pirelli Soto Zero and the Pirelli P0 winter tires, they perform very different. Yet they're still good snow tires, but the P0 performed better in those conditions where it was fluffy snow. And the Soto Zero performed better in like paved, like a snow plowed surface, that kind of stuff. So you can't compare a system when you don't have control variables, is kind of what I'm saying. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being wrong. People are wrong all the time. And the truth is, most people might respect you for being wrong and then admitting it that you're wrong. But defending pretty much what I would say is nonsense, people are just not going to respect you. And there are always going to be people agreeing and disagreeing, but I am very, as a car enthusiast, as someone who does research on cars, and I'm looking into buying a car or sharing something about a car, you have to be very objective with what you tell people, unless it's something that can be subjective, like maybe the aesthetics of a vehicle. But to say that the Mercedes' system is better than the others, even if it is, it has to be done properly, is what I'm saying. Here's the next thing I don't get. He's saying he doesn't have millions. Man, you have over 200,000 subscribers. You have thousands of views on your videos. I'm pretty sure you make enough ad revenue or even sponsorship, I don't know, where you can buy a set of tires, or even just, I don't know, just buy sets of tires for these cars, or even get sponsored from the tire manufacturer that you want to test these tires or something, I don't know. But even if it's out of pocket, I'm pretty sure, like, if it's an objective video, it will pay for itself and more. Buy some sets of tires that are all the same and then test the systems. Matter of fact, they don't have to be the most expensive. You could use a very cheap set of winter tires and complete that test, because then you'd be testing the actual systems and not the tires. If they're running the same tires, even if they're like cheap tires, then it would really come down to which system handles the conditions better than just the actual tires. But if you're running 3 different tires, then how are you going to compare it? Like I said, it's best if the video is stated which vehicle is best out, from the factory or from the dealer, right off the lot. Which vehicle is best in sale right from the dealer. And then you can say, okay, well, the Mercedes was the best one here. But to think it's because I think it just comes down to the all-wheel drive system. It's the tire is the thing that makes contact with the ground. All right, if you have a front-wheel drive car with winter tires, and then you have like something like a 4x4 with summer tires, and you put them in snow, the front-wheel drive car is going to outperform the vehicle with the 4x4. It doesn't matter. He thinks that the drivetrain makes all the difference. No, it's the tires that make all the difference. Right? A person with proper winter tires on their front-wheel drive car is going to do better than someone with shitty all seasons on a 4x4. And even though all these cars were running winter tires, like I said it before, none of these tires are made equal. They perform differently, and there's no perfect tire, and there's a reason why they're different tires, because they appeal to different budgets. Yeah, somebody wanting probably the higher performance is going to get the P0 Winters, and somebody wanting a more or economical choice is going to get this Auto Zeros. I'm pretty sure he took a lot of, to set up that video took a lot of effort, all the drone shots, to get all the drivers to cooperate, everything. I'm pretty sure it took a lot of effort, and he means the best. He wanted to showcase something that was, worth watching, something worth looking into, and I appreciate that. But you have to, if you're gonna do something like that and call it an experiment, you have to actually get it right. Because like science, if you do an experiment and you do it wrong, you don't use those results and come to a conclusion from you don't use those results and come to a conclusion, because the results are invalidated. You have to run the experiment again. So I think to be objective, he would need to put all the cars on the same tires and use the cars in their best modes adapted to the conditions, and have all the drivers put a similar input. I personally couldn't do that test because it's just going to be too expensive for me, but I'm pretty sure he has the capabilities to do it properly, and I think he should. And if he does do it properly and the Mercedes wins again, then he can say, well, the Mercedes won because of the better all-wheel drive system. But as it stands right now, it doesn't work that way. Can't go off those results. Anyways, that's enough of this video. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.